Hello everyone. Today we have a topic that will leave you stunned. Nostradamus' prophecies for this year, which have already begun to come true. Did you know that this legendary prophet predicted events that are happening right now? Nostradamus, known for his astonishing predictions, has left an indelible mark on history with his book, Prophecies. Have you ever wondered how he could foresee events with such accuracy? In this video, we will explore 3 of his most impactful prophecies for this year and see how current events align with his visions. What do these events mean for us? How can we prepare for what's coming? Stay with us until the end to discover how these predictions are shaping our world. Are you ready to uncover the truth behind Nostradamus' words? Let's find out together. Key prophecies for this year. Nostradamus, a famous French prophet from the 16th century, is known for his quatrains, which have been interpreted over the years as predictions of future events. Although many doubt the accuracy of his visions, there are those who firmly believe that Nostradamus had the ability to see what was to come. This year, in particular, has been highlighted by several scholars of his prophecies due to a series of events that seem to align with his words. Next, we will explore 3 of the most relevant prophecies for this year, examining the context and analysis of each one. Nostradamus' prophecies for this year have caught the attention of many people due to their apparent accuracy in describing current events. Among the most prominent predictions are references to natural disasters, geopolitical conflicts, and economic crises. These visions have been interpreted by some as warnings about events that could have a significant impact on the world as we know it. Let's take a closer look at each of these prophecies in more detail. Prophecy 1. A great fire will fall from the sky. One of Nostradamus' most intriguing prophecies for this year is the one that mentions that a great fire will fall from the sky. This quatrain has been interpreted in various ways over the years, but recently many have associated it with natural disasters and significant astronomical events. In the current context, we have seen an increase in meteor and asteroid activity near Earth. Additionally, wildfires have intensified, devastating large areas across several continents. These fires, although not literally falling from the sky, are fueled by extreme weather conditions which could be seen as a fire from the sky. The analysis of this prophecy suggests that Nostradamus may have been anticipating an increase in astronomical activity and natural disasters related to fire. This leads us to reflect on the preparation and response to such events. Are we ready to face the consequences of these disasters? What measures are we taking to mitigate their impact? Prophecy 2. Wars and conflicts in the East. Another prediction by Nostradamus that has strongly resonated this year is the one that speaks of wars and conflicts in the East. This quatrain has been interpreted as a reference to geopolitical tensions in various regions of the world, especially in Asia and the Middle East. In recent months, we have seen an increase in tensions between major powers and countries in these regions. The conflicts in the Middle East, territorial disputes in the South China Sea, and tensions on the Korean Peninsula are just a few examples. These situations seem eerily aligned with Nostradamus' predictions. The analysis of this prophecy highlights the importance of diplomacy and international cooperation. History has taught us that conflicts in one region can have global repercussions. The question we must ask is, what can we do to promote peace and prevent these tensions from escalating into large-scale conflicts? How can nations work together to resolve disputes and prevent wars? Prophecy 3. Global economic crisis. The third prophecy that we will analyze mentions a global economic crisis. This is perhaps one of the most relevant and concerning topics today. The global economy has been facing significant challenges, from inflation to supply chain disruptions and financial uncertainty. Nostradamus may have been anticipating a time of economic turmoil that would affect many nations. In recent years, we have seen how the COVID-19 pandemic has wreaked havoc on global economies, and the effects are still being felt. Inflation has reached worrying levels in many countries, and economic stability seems to be under constant threat. The analysis of this prophecy leads us to consider the necessary measures to strengthen the economy and protect the most vulnerable. Are we prepared to handle a global economic crisis? What policies can be implemented to mitigate the effects of a recession and promote sustainable recovery? Nostradamus's prophecies, although subject to interpretation, invite us to reflect on the challenges we face in today's world. From natural disasters to geopolitical tensions and economic crises, these predictions remind us of the importance of preparation, cooperation, and resilience. It is crucial that we remain informed and proactive in our responses to these challenges. History has shown us that although the future may be uncertain, humanity has the capacity to adapt and overcome adversity. By considering Nostradamus's prophecies, we not only seek to understand what may come, but also prepare to face what the future holds with hope and determination. In conclusion, Nostradamus's predictions for this year have captured the attention of many people due to their apparent relevance to current events. From fires and natural disasters to geopolitical conflicts and economic crises, these prophecies invite us to reflect on our present and future. The question remains, are we ready to face the challenges that may arise? How can we strengthen our resilience and prepare for what's to come? As we search for answers, we find not only concern, but also opportunities to grow and adapt in a constantly changing world. Evidence of the fulfillment of the prophecies. Since the publication of his quatrains in the 16th century, Nostradamus has been an enigmatic figure whose work continues to generate debate and fascination. This year, several of his prophecies seem to have come true, which has caught the attention of the media and the general public. In this analysis, we will explore recent events that coincide with Nostradamus's predictions, providing specific examples and examining expert analysis of these coincidences. One of the most notable events that seems to align with Nostradamus's prophecies is the increase in natural disasters, specifically wildfires and astronomical events. Nostradamus wrote about a great fire falling from the sky and natural catastrophes that would devastate various regions of the world. This year, we have witnessed unprecedented wildfires in places like Australia, California, and the Amazon, exacerbated by climate change. Another significant event is the geopolitical tension in the East that Nostradamus mentioned as wars and conflicts in the East. This year, tensions between major powers and nations in regions like Asia and the Middle East have reached new heights. Territorial disputes in the South China Sea, conflicts in Syria, and tensions between North and South Korea are clear examples of how Nostradamus's predictions seem to resonate with current reality. Finally, the global economic crisis is another prophecy that seems to be in full swing. Nostradamus predicted a global economic crisis that would affect many nations. The COVID-19 pandemic has triggered a series of economic challenges, including inflation, rising unemployment, and disruptions to global supply chains. The quatrain of Nostradamus that mentions a great fire will fall from the sky has been interpreted in various ways. This year, wildfires in Australia, California, and the Amazon have been devastating, destroying thousands of hectares and affecting millions of people. Although these fires do not literally fall from the sky, the underlying cause, which includes extreme weather conditions and global warming, could be seen as a manifestation of this prophecy. Additionally, the increase in astronomical activity, such as the close passing of asteroids and the intensification of solar storms, has generated concern among scientists and astronomers. These astronomical events could also be interpreted as signs of the fires from the sky mentioned by Nostradamus. The prediction of wars and conflicts in the East is especially relevant in the current context. Tensions in the South China Sea have escalated, with several countries, including China, the Philippines, and Vietnam, claiming territorial rights. This conflict has led to militarization of the region and increased the risk of confrontations. In the Middle East, the war in Syria continues to be a source of instability, affecting not only the region, but also global politics. Tensions between Iran and the United States, as well as conflicts in Yemen, are other examples of how Nostradamus' predictions seem to come to life in these tumultuous times. Nostradamus also predicted a global economic crisis, and this year we have seen how the COVID-19 pandemic has led to a global economic recession. Inflation has increased in many countries, affecting the cost of living for millions of people. Global supply chains have been disrupted, causing shortages of essential products and driving up prices. Unemployment has been another major issue, with many businesses closing or downsizing due to economic difficulties. These global economic problems seem to align with Nostradamus's grim prediction of a crisis that would affect all nations. Expert analysis offers a more nuanced perspective on the coincidences between Nostradamus's prophecies and current events. Some historians and scholars argue that Nostradamus's quatrains are so vague that they can be interpreted to fit a wide range of events. This interpretive flexibility is what has allowed his prophecies to remain relevant throughout the centuries. However, other experts in prophecy and astrology see these coincidences as a sign that Nostradamus had an exceptional ability to foresee future events. The precision with which some of his predictions seem to describe current events has led some to consider that he may have had access to knowledge and techniques that allowed him to make such forecasts. Psychologists also contribute their analysis, suggesting that the human tendency to seek patterns and meaning in chaos may explain why Nostradamus's prophecies remain so compelling. The ability to find connections between his quatrains and current events may be more a reflection of human psychology than any real predictive ability. The evidence of the fulfillment of Nostradamus's prophecies this year has captured the imagination and attention of many people. From devastating wildfires and geopolitical conflicts to a global economic crisis, these events seem to resonate with the prophet's visions. While the debate over the validity of his predictions continues, it is undeniable that Nostradamus's words continue to provoke reflection and discussion in a world facing significant challenges. Ultimately, whether we believe in Nostradamus's ability to foresee the future or not, his prophecies invite us to consider our preparation and response to current challenges. Reflecting on these themes can help us be more vigilant and prepared for what the future may hold. Global impact of the prophecies. Nostradamus's prophecies have captured the imagination and concern of people worldwide for centuries. In the current context, these predictions not only hold historical interest, but also seem to resonate with contemporary events. This analysis will focus on how Nostradamus's prophecies affect the world globally, their political, social, and economic repercussions, and the opinions of public figures and analysts on these visions. Nostradamus's prophecies have a global reach due to their inclusive nature and the breadth of topics they cover. Predictions about natural disasters, geopolitical conflicts, and economic crises can apply to various regions and contexts. This ability to resonate universally makes his prophecies relevant anywhere in the world. For example, the prediction of natural disasters like a great fire will fall from the sky has been linked to phenomena such as massive wildfires and asteroid activity near Earth. These events know no borders and affect multiple countries, generating global concern about preparedness and response to such catastrophes. Nostradamus's predictions of geopolitical conflicts have a significant impact on international politics. The quatrain that mentions wars and conflicts in the East has been interpreted as a reference to tensions in Asia and the Middle East. These regions are already plagued by territorial disputes and armed conflicts, and Nostradamus's predictions can amplify the perception of instability. Political leaders often use such predictions to justify more aggressive defense policies or to rally public opinion in support of preventive measures. For example, in regions like the South China Sea, where tensions are high, the mention of prophecies can be used to justify increased militarization and the formation of strategic alliances. Socially, Nostradamus prophecies can generate a sense of fear and urgency among the population. The idea that catastrophic events are predestined can lead to increased anxiety and stress among people. Additionally, it can motivate social and religious movements seeking to prepare for the events predicted. For example, entire communities may mobilize to perform protection rituals or find ways to mitigate the impact of natural disasters. In some cases, this can lead to greater social cohesion as people unite to face a common enemy. However, it can also create divisions if different groups interpret the prophecies in conflicting ways. Economically, Nostradamus's predictions of a global economic crisis resonate especially strongly in times of financial uncertainty. The COVID-19 pandemic has triggered a series of economic challenges, from inflation to mass unemployment, and the prophecies that mention economic difficulties can heighten the perception of vulnerability. Financial markets may react negatively to the dissemination of these predictions, especially if investors believe the events described are inevitable. This can lead to greater volatility in stock markets and affect overall economic confidence. Additionally, businesses may take preventive measures, such as reducing investment or increasing cash reserves to prepare for potential crises. Public figures and analysts have varied opinions about Nostradamus's prophecies and their relevance in today's world. Some see these predictions as useful warnings that can help humanity prepare for future challenges, while others consider them too vague and open to interpretation. Some public figures, especially in the political and religious spheres, tend to use Nostradamus's prophecies to emphasize the need for vigilance. Political leaders may cite these predictions to justify stricter security measures or to promote national unity in times of crisis. On the other hand, religious figures may interpret the prophecies as divine warnings, urging their followers to live more consciously and morally upright lives. These interpretations can have a significant impact on how religious communities view and respond to global events. Analysts and scholars typically adopt a more skeptical stance. They argue that Nostradamus's quatrains are intentionally vague and open to interpretation, allowing them to be adapted to a wide range of events. This skeptical approach suggests that the relevance of the prophecies is more due to human psychology and the tendency to seek patterns in chaos than any real predictive ability. However, even among skeptics, there is recognition that the prophecies can have a significant psychological and cultural impact. The belief in predictions can influence individual and collective behavior, which in turn can have tangible repercussions in society. The global impact of Nostradamus's prophecies is undeniable. Whether considered valid or not, these predictions affect politics, society, and the economy in profound and varied ways. Opinions about their relevance and accuracy vary widely, but the fact that they continue to be discussed and analyzed demonstrates their lasting power. In a world full of uncertainty, Nostradamus's prophecies offer a framework through which people can try to understand and prepare for the future. Whether taken as serious warnings or historical curiosities, these predictions continue to provoke reflection and debate, reminding us of the complexity and unpredictability of the world we live in. I hope you enjoyed this analysis of Nostradamus. Now, don't miss more incredible revelations in our next video. Incredible! Baba Vanga's predictions for 2024 are already happening. Click here on the screen to discover which surprising predictions are becoming reality. Keep exploring the mystery and subscribe for more fascinating content.